I can say like the scrolling is fine. Like things are pretty smooth. Also like the navigation, like there's no issues with the navigation. This is still V2 with the flash list. Like I
Oh,
still see, yeah, the scrolling is good.
mhm.
This one doesn't have a lot of shot. Let me go to this one. Um, yeah, this one takes a little bit of time. I know that. But like the scrolling, like when there's a lot of stuff in people, and you're gonna what like do like risk. You can see there's a jump there. If you're like as you scroll, new data coming in. I I don't think it's like really an issue. It's only if you wanna you're gonna be doing this kind of scroll if you wanna go really at the top very fast,
Mhm.
or you
I
know
didn't
where
see
you're
the
going.
jump. Oh, right there was that a little jump.
That little jump, I think, yeah. If I can look into that, but like what happened there because the new data just came in
Yeah,
as
it was
as you
minor.
mentioned.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
strong.
Um. So there's that little jump that happens like when you
Mm,
reach the end and a new data is like this
I
one.
see. That's
New
not
data
that's
is
not the
coming.
worst thing ever.
Yeah, like there's another jump where like the whole thing changed. Yeah, you
Oh,
see that?
uh, why is it doing
So
that?
yeah, I know what's going on. So as the scroll happening, new data is coming in, you know,
Hmm.
and it pushes this stuff. It should not be, but it is. So that's what I was looking into to if I found a fix for this one, like the jump as you scroll, then I will say it's good. We can start testing it. So that's my focus on for today. And hopefully by the end of the day I'll be able to do an iOS build so we can test it and see how it is. It's gonna be like the first build. So expect a lot of things to crash or not work as expected. But yeah, the thing that I'll be focusing on is like that jump as you scroll that happens.
Okay. And is it good if a message comes in, it doesn't jump,
Yeah,
right?
no, it doesn't jump. No.
Okay. What about if you send a message, um, does it animate yet? Oh, it does.
Yeah, but here's it. There's
That was
this thing. Mhm. Yeah, I didn't test that. Let me see though. Let me see.
interesting. That looked okay.
Yeah, this one looked good, and yeah, and I remember like you said like just a little bit. There's like another issue. Like there's just scroll a little bit and do another test.
That was the way to get it to animate. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to get to
but
animate.
now you don't need to do that. So that's
Yeah.
so
Now it's
um yeah, play with that part of it a little more because that first message you sent had a big jump for some reason.
yeah. Um, it, that big jump. I think because yeah, there's also this. Sometimes it does it when I just navigate to a chat. It should be at the bottom, but it's not. It was like somewhere here. So
Hmm.
yeah, you can see there's some issues with the flash list, the new flash list, like the jumpiness stuff. Even like though it's I mean the new version should have like fixed all this jumpiness issue, but again, maybe with our implementation and how we're doing stuff, it's why it's
Hmm.
behaving this way.
Hmm.
I was thinking also because like there's the other list component that's called legend list.
Hmm.
That's where the flash list like took the inspiration of for the V2.
Hmm.
If I'm gonna be having like a lot of troubles with the flash list and no solutions ahead, I'll try that legend list too and see how
I
it's
don't
going.
think I don't think you need to because this isn't that far away. Like it's almost perfect. And
Mm-hmm.
there were other problems with Legendless. Like it was like it's too young. Like they haven't accounted for all the little things. I forget what it was. Maybe it has something to do with the animation when you type and send or like little things that
Okay.
the flashless one is covering.
Well, that I was gonna like lean to that as a like a last resort. If I'm like
Hmm.
not really. knowing where to look or what if I like I know what's why it's behaving this way, that's a good because like I can work on that and see how I improve it. Like the worst thing is like you don't know
Right.
from where this issue happening. That's where it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, so yeah, today it's gonna be mainly on be focusing on the list here, the chat.
Hmm.
Hopefully, by the end of the day, I'll be having a build
Can
that
you?
have a few jumps.
Okay. Cool. Can you identify the problem more easily if, like you said, our implementation? Like, what if you stripped out different implementations that are not core to the flash list function things that we had in there to like just strip everything out to get it to
Hmm.
basic flash,
Yeah.
and then see when like add things back in and see where you get jumpiness.
Yeah, that's what I was doing the last time when I was working on the new architect there. That's how I get it to
Hmm.
this point, because like this is from the old changes that I was doing.
Mm.
Yeah, I was doing that. Like I was like making it the basic minimal chat and adding stuff a little by little until I see like what's changed. So yeah, I'll do that again here with this scrolling job and see what's going on. That's all. That's all. Well, that's always a good idea.
Okay. Should you get Ismail's branch with the link sharing in there? Because then I wouldn't want to go through have to go through it all again. Yeah, he's got a where link preview shows up.
No, it should be like when we're gonna want to merge, we will be able to merge it. But I get it, like for behavior stuff, I don't think it's gonna affect like what I'm gonna be doing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Um, I noticed the safe area on the bottom is not safe. Like it's a
This
little
is
too
not
close.
related to the new architect. That's I think so, right?
I looked on build 92 and my text input is more above the notch and the camera is not touching the edge of the phone. That's,
Okay.
so something changed somewhere, but like see how the camera's touching the edge of the phone?
Mm-hmm.
Bring
Oh
it in.
yeah, yeah, I see, I see. Yeah, yeah. I remember this. I don't like. I had it this way when I was working on the chat. I was like, yeah, I'll fix it to have it back as it is.
Okay. Okay, cool. Anything else?
Nope, that's all for me.
Okay, thanks, Amine. Jerry, can we get your update?
Yep. So I went ahead and made the changes on the landing page for the phone numbers. Let me see. Get up circles.com. Make sure this is okay. Just gonna very briefly demo this. So, all right. Is my screen visible?
Yep.
Okay, so we have this, and you can obviously type a number, formats as you type. You can go to South Africa
Mm,
and
nice.
formats as well here. If you try typing a short number, it won't let you. You have to type a more valid number. And one thing that I did also is I need to look at these long country codes
Mm, mm,
overflowing, but it's
yeah.
like mostly these ones that are like 1684, like
Yeah, Jamaica,
yeah.
those ones. Mhm.
Is I uploaded all the flags.
Okay.
We had only like 20 or 30 flags in there. I found a database that just like gave me all the flags in a zip file.
Oh, huh. They
So
didn't come into the library?
no, there was just we just manually they the old way from the person who previously maintained this
Hmm.
manually uploaded all the flags,
Oh, lame.
and
Okay.
they were manually configured in a way that was not maintainable.
Unbelievable. All right. Well, thank you for correcting that.
Yep, so we got this done.
Well, maybe the word phone number can be shifted to the right. I'm
You
not sure
want
if
it like
it's
centered.
centered. Yeah, is it centered?
It is not. It is not centered. It is
Hmm.
left aligned in the input.
Yeah, or maybe. Hmm.
What I'm thinking, what we can do is maybe if like there's a long country code, we could probably like scale down the font of this, like the one two
Mhm.
six four,
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
to where it fits in here.
I mean, ideally, that little gray box background would just scale. The width of it would
Yeah.
scale.
Right, there is that, but what would happen is right now, see, if it's scaled up,
Mm-hmm.
it might overflow it and make it wrap.
Yeah, but that's where the phone number needs to have more margin, left padding,
Hmm.
because just simply centering it,
Yeah.
it would work on these dimensions, but it wouldn't necessarily work on a phone that's really narrow.
Hmm. Yeah, because the most narrow phone, I think, that is going to be like the Samsung ones. Yeah. The Pixels and the Samsungs. Yeah. I'll take a I'll try and take a peek at these and see if there's something I can do that makes the formatting work better universally.
Okay.
Um, let's see. All right, let me quit sharing that. So those are the changes on the landing page. I'm still in the process of testing it. I just deployed it all up to prod. Oh, Todd, you got something?
Just real quick, I'm sorry. On that last screen we were looking at where it says enter your phone number. Now, are we saying that's a requirement to choose your country as well?
Well, it was all it always did that, but
It,
we have the it always did that, but now we have logic that will auto detect your country from
I
your
see.
IP
Okay,
address.
I'm sorry. Okay, I missed that part. Thank you.
And what is the logic? Is it IP? Is it SIM card? What is it?
It's just the IP address. That's all we can do from JavaScript.
Hmm.
We can either do like locale, which a lot of people have their set to like English UK. So
Mhm.
IP address is the next best one. And
And were you always getting it on the screen?
yeah, we're always going to have an IP address.
Okay. Okay. That should be
Mhm.
pretty reliable. I know Todd and Danny had some good ideas yesterday. They were sharing with me about some things that I figured we could talk to the team about here,
Mhm.
as far as um, a web view, because this reminded me of the web view since it is a web view, and a way to utilize it a little more robustly than what we have is just not really converting. But maybe we um, the conversation, the idea they had was tech to you, for example, we have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of customers, and we have lots of technicians on staff every day. We have a chat for tech to you, let's say, where um, the community can ask questions of technicians, they can book appointments or just discuss tech related stuff. And so, but maybe a web view in that regard would be more sticky, more appropriate too, because the hardest part is still the friction of getting people to download the app. But if there was a web view with a chat, now maybe we don't make it, maybe we like your first message would have to be approved, or maybe we have a requirement where you favorite. But I want to talk through some of these ideas. But did you have more you wanted to update first before we do that?
Couple minor things. Let's see. Todd wanted me to make some dashboard changes,
Mhm.
and that'll probably will be what I work on today. Those dashboard changes, and yeah, the what do we call it? The headers for chat. I think Amit covered that in his update. But yeah, if you want to move on to that discussion.
Yeah. Todd, you want to explain some of your ideas there and see what we can work with?
Yeah, and it was pretty much what you were stating there, John, about just having a possibly having that um, web-based chat available. For example, um, either on the Tech to You website that's maybe even somehow connected to our Tech to You profile in Circles. Um, may not be connected to the profile in Circles necessarily, but um, the only thing that was seemed like kind of a holdup, John, is someone being able to engage with it without having any kind of sign up or name or deciding on whether or not we want people just to freely access it. And I think that might be the toughest part.
Yeah, unless we did it where there was a condition they had to either favorite the
Right.
business first, or the first message is approved, or we just make them download the app before they can send a message. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways,
Yeah.
but
It seems like if they would have to favorite it, they would have to have some sort of identification of some sort to do that, unless it's some sort of generic favorite of some sort that a business could collect that's not related to a user. I'm not sure that's even an option or a good idea.
mhm.
Once we add any level of like anonymous authentication, though, that introduces problems.
Yeah, I don't want it to be anonymous.
Right. Yeah, I would have to ask for some sort of identification, whatever that may be.
The other thing that could be a big benefit, um, right there, we could have the chat discoverable, but like let Google crawl it, and so anybody searching tech to you, for instance, and then could scale to, this isn't just for tech to you, right? This could scale to all kinds of businesses where now they have a web presence with a community, and maybe it's a restaurant and they have a special every lunch special or whatever, um, but they show up high in search results, right?
Mm, yeah. Okay. Wait. So we have it discoverable, like the group chat.
Yeah, isn't it already like the
Yeah.
Garibaldi group chat, right?
Yeah. That's already discoverable by
Yeah.
Google.
Yeah. So imagine if every business that was engaged in Circles subscribing had a group chat for their business, like we're doing it with Bar West, for instance, and a couple other businesses. Maybe because it sure would give a lot more engagement, like the pool of available users expands dramatically when you open it up to the entire internet
Mm-hmm.
versus only people who download the app.
Mm-hmm.
It shrinks down to like 0.00001%, versus everybody on the internet with billions of people. So I've been saying for a while, and that's where the whole WebView Genesis thought came from, is like all of these companies that are quasi competing with us, like a Twitter, like a Yelp, they're all web based,
Mm-hmm.
and because it's so easy to find them, and there's no friction. The hardest friction to overcome is getting someone to download an app for the very first time. If you're not, Coca-Cola or a Nike or somebody they heard of, like having it be no brand identification, getting people to download it cold is really difficult. But getting them to land on your website is easy as pie. It's it's a breeze. So we can get people to land on it all day long. And if we made it engaging enough, like maybe there was, an offer for like $20 off for all the first time users or something like that. Of course, our challenge is going to be maintaining our guardrails. Like we don't want just anybody from the internet coming and spoiling our bunch of apples.
Mm-hmm.
So we need, I don't want anonymous verification. We need, it's something we can sleep on over the weekend. It's not like we're going to figure this all out today, but we need to address, and I was talking about that. I'm out of town for a few days, but when I get back next week, I want to get in our conference room and kind of whiteboard out different strategies. But we have to overcome some of the safety and security concerns, and the avoid the anonymous people that want to just cause harm, and protect all the businesses, not just protect you, but any business that we roll this out with. But we also want to make minimal friction. You know how people have short attention spans. They want to just come in, jump in anything, and just start immediately. And
Mm-hmm.
so there's some kind of happy medium, like where we can let them do a little bit. Maybe they could be typing the messages and no one else sees it yet until they're approved. I just came up with that right now. That's actually a pretty good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, they type the message. Nobody sees it until they're approved. But
Yeah, like they can see it, um, but the rest of the community doesn't see it.
mm,
And we even tell them like your messages are hidden until approval, like until until you're admitted to the community. Well, I could word it in a way where they understand like this is a
well,
community. Mhm.
and we're not going to just use our phone verification and have them become an authenticated user.
We can do that. But
Well,
you, yeah,
at that point, I don't think we need the guardrails. Then we follow the same guardrails that we've been following. Just if they're a user of the app, if they can do the phone authentication.
I mean, in a ideal scenario, because the new user coming into the website the very first time, they don't know what happens next. Like they don't know what the steps are. They don't know that you need to authenticate with phone number. So they are probably just going to start typing a message.
Mm-hmm.
The more we let them invest, make that type of
And
investment, the more likely they are to do the step we want them to do
mhm.
versus hitting them immediately with a verification before we've added any value. Um, so
Yeah.
that's where, that's what I mean by kind of whiteboarding out different strategies, trying to get the optimal mix of what do we give them up front as to get them to invest a little bit of their time and with an expectation of some type of result or value, um, and then get them to authenticate. And then step two, can we've talked about this a little bit, but I want to get your opinion, everybody's opinion on the team here. I mean, is it that simple that we can just authenticate them on the web, and then what does the onboarding look like if when they choose to download the app? We don't need to authenticate again,
I
or
believe you. Yeah. Then you still need to authenticate again.
hmm, like it would be exactly the same onboarding.
How about like when the authentication ends on the web, you trigger a deep link. I mean,
Mhm,
if the app is installed,
mhm.
we can trigger a deep link that has token. You know, like how the OAuth, Jerry, doing it. Like there's a callback URL and all of that. Maybe
Mhm.
we can do something like that.
So it's like we put it in the thing, like almost like fingerprinting.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a token, the things that we need for the users to be authenticated, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, and we can have something there
We could use
to
the
do the linking.
Now
yeah.
that helps us if they already have the app installed, right? Is that
No.
what you're, no? Oh, okay, that's because you opened with
Yeah.
that.
Right. If they already well, the idea is that what happens if they don't have the app, they interact with this, and then they choose to download the app.
Hmm.
Um, hmm.
What would
Then
on?
yeah,
Mhm. Go ahead.
then yeah, Jay, as you were saying, the fingerprinting might help here to detect is it the same user,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, I
again,
we need something else in play for the fingerprinting to not be exploited because like right now we're not like what we're doing with the fingerprinting isn't reliable enough
yeah,
unless we did it unless we put a token in the clipboard and then
Hmm.
we only go off of that. I mean, but the
Like,
thing is that then that affects the onboarding flow.
not really, because we're going to use the clipboard as the fallback anyway. If the IP didn't
Well, it's
work,
going to be when we ask for the clipboard permissions.
yeah.
Because if we want them to have a faster onboarding,
Hmm.
we would have to, if we want them to have a faster onboarding, I'm,
Hmm.
I'm not, sorry, my screen blinked out. We would have to ask for the keyboard permissions earlier so we can like give them that fast onboarding. We would need a token from the
Hmm.
clipboard or something fast.
I see. Like before the name screen, even
Right. And
because we already have their name, presumably, because they authorized on the web.
right, we basically have everything they need to like to log into the app
Right.
if we had that token on the clipboard.
Hmm.
But then it's because that token lives in the clipboard, we'd have to request permissions much earlier. And that kind of harms the flow that we had where it was kind of conditional, where we asked them pretty later in the onboarding, oh, we need to check your clipboard for this.
I mean, if we were to do something like this, could we identify the referrer and, like Jerry's saying, I don't want to disrupt what our traditional flow is going to be, but if we detect that they came from a business's group chat, like a business that's a paid subscriber, let's say, so they're a very unique identifier, and we can track that they were came from there, then we do the clipboard ask earlier, but don't do the clipboard ask for the other users that didn't come through that way. Is that possible?
Is this like for users have the app installed or not?
No.
I mean, it's possible if we have a solid way of like figuring out this user is having the data that we're looking for. Right now, it's the clipboard, but still, like the clipboard, it's not going to be 100% efficient all the time. But yeah, if we and the permission, it's only like granted once. Once we get the permission, then we get it. Like regardless what's the flow, we gonna use it just like we need the permission once.
I guess the what I'm asking is, can we make two flows with the clipboard? So the the flow we originally talked about would be after they do their name and phone number. I think that's when we were going to do the
Oh,
clipboard.
yeah, we can. Yeah, once I'm querying the data in the clipboard, I'll be looking if this is, for example, if it has flow A, then let's take
Uh,
the user through flow A. If it has flow B, let's
okay. Okay. Huh. So this could work. This could work really well. We could reduce a lot of friction points, still maintain good tracking and controls, but also give users some. And that's a whole nother conversation. Like, how much access do we give users on the web? um, like read only. Maybe they can react. Maybe they can type some messages, but they're not visible yet. Or I don't know. We'd have to figure that one out. But hmm, but we could authenticate them. Like if I typed a message and I hit send, then we could authenticate the user on the web. I like the sound of this. Well, why don't we sleep on it over the weekend? Jerry, think about it some more, and Amine too. You guys just worked on the fingerprinting, so this is good timing. So these things are kind of falling into place, and we can talk about it more during the week next week and start mapping it. This isn't anything urgent, but I think it's a great. If we can pull it off, it's a great value add to businesses. I mean, we already have a chat on our website for Tech to You, for example. So there's a lot of and there's a lot of benefit around community. People that are really loyal to a business feel like they're part of a business's community, depending on the type of business. If they have a really loyal following that's like in love with their product or service, they're willing to join email like mailing lists, and newsletters, and get text messages with coupons and all those things that your really loyal users and loyal customers they'll provide that for lots of businesses where we could make it a community as well, and fits right in with Circles. So okay, well let's think about that more. Do you have anything more you want to add, or any questions, Jerry, or you want to just think about it?
Just gonna think about it. It's maybe send me that tech to you chat that you're talking about, just so I
Mhm.
have more idea what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, well then let's see. I mean, we got your update, right? Yeah. So, anybody have any questions or anything else for now? Okay. So, I mean, you're going to continue working on the new architecture, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, great. Ismail, I'll go through some session replays and I'll see if I see anything problematic or jump out with iOS new users or existing ones who updated and see if, and if everything's all good, I guess we'll go ahead and release on Android.
Yeah. And if that's the case, we also want to merge it to development so we don't have to maintain two branches.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, I'll start doing that now and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. If you need me, just let me know.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Take it easy. See you.
All right, have a good weekend.